Hey, welcome to another junior measurement video. In this video, we're going to chat about the volume of a sphere. Now we know the volume is the amount of space inside a 3D object. We're now going to talk about a sphere, which is a mathematical name for a ball-shaped object. In other words, just a ball. It needs to be a perfectly symmetrical spherical ball, no dents, not squashed in one way. It's got to be a beautiful ball, and we call it a sphere. Now the volume of a sphere is this formula here. Volume is equal to 4/3, so we have a fraction 4/3 times the number pi times the radius cubed. We know the radius is the distance from the center of the sphere to the outside. We know in algebra we don't put multiplication signs, so we're just going to write it as 4/3 pi r cubed. Cool, let's get into 3 examples to talk about volume of a sphere. So example 1, calculate the volume of the given sphere. Well, here's our formula, 4/3 pi r cubed, and we're going to break it up into 4/3 times pi times 9 cubed. Now we're using 9 for the radius. Looking at the diagram, the radius is 9 centimeters. So now we're going to punch that into our calculator, and we're going to get an answer which is 3,053.6 centimeters cubed. I've rounded that to 1 decimal place. Now, there's several ways that you can type this into your calculator. Let's see if you can follow along. The first way is if you know how to use your fraction button on the calculator. If you didn't know your calculator had a fraction button, go back and look at the number section or talk to your teacher. So you can go 4 fraction 3 times that number pi times 9 to the power of 3. That'll give you the correct answer. Another way is if you just used your fraction button, went 4 fraction 3 times pi, but just went times 9 times 9 times 9, because 9 cubed is 9 times 9 times 9. A third way could be 4 divided by 3. Instead of using your fraction button, if you don't know about it, just go 4 divide 3, then go times pi times 9 cubed, or 9 times 9 times 9. So whatever way you're happy with, make sure you learn how to use your calculator and get the answer we've got here. Now remember, centimeters cubed is little cubes, that's centimeter by centimeter by centimeter, and we would need 3,053.6 of those to fit in the same space as that sphere. Right, let's move on to example 2. Let's calculate the volume of the given hemisphere. Now a hemisphere is half of a sphere. You may have heard words like the northern hemisphere, the southern hemisphere, when we talk about the planet. The volume is equal to 4/3 times pi times r cubed divided by 2. Now, why have I divided it all by 2? Because I've got to find half of the entire sphere. Right, so 4/3 times pi times 6 cubed. Remember, the radius is 6. And that's all divided by 2 because I'm trying to find half of a sphere, hemisphere. Right, grab your calculator, whichever way you're happy with plugging it into your calculator. Hopefully you get an answer that's similar to ours, 452.4 centimeters cubed to 1 decimal place. If you wanted to go more accurately, I think it's 452.39 centimeters cubed. And we need 452.4 of those little cubes to take up the same space as that sphere. Right, last example is to do with the Earth. The diameter of the Earth is approximately 12,740 kilometers. So here's our volume. We're going to estimate the approximate volume of the Earth. So we are going to, hang on a minute, we've got the entire diameter, 12,740. So we've got to divide that by 2 to get the radius. Now we can substitute into this volume formula using the radius of 6,370, and we get this really weird number. Remember, this is standard form, and we talked about it back in the number topic. So we're going to have to write it down and move the decimal place 12 places to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, put a 0, 11, put a 0, 12, put a 0. Now we rub out the decimal point, and our answer is going to be 1,082,696,932,000 square kilometers. Cool, thanks for watching.